Well, hello out there. How's everybody doing? Is everybody being conservative in New York? Christopher Wright. Hey, I've been doing my momentous walk and talk videos. Guys, remember, enjoy the content and like, subscribe, and share. As you know, I'm getting shadow banned on all my platforms pretty much right now. And for those wondering, oh, Chris, how do you know you're being shadow banned? It's a very simple process for those out there for future reference to know. It's if you feel like you see a drop in viewerships or likes, whatever it may be on your end, just go to the search and search up your username that you use online and for whatever social media platform you're checking out. And if it gets to the last two or three letters for you to see your profile pop up in the search, that means you're being shadow banned. So if you, like for example, those who follow me on Instagram, you can do this as well. And those that don't follow me, you can check it out and test it. Look for me on Instagram, Christopher underscore Wright underscore show. And you won't see my profile pop up until you put the O in show, then I pop up. Because they have me shadow banned. And then when you follow me, they say this guy is, putting out content that's not libtarded, so blah, 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 blah. So either here or there, I'm done with that. So with that said, on to the topic at hand. For those out there know who are in politics, today is a very important day, especially in history and Republicans and America and all that. It's the midterms, the primaries, and this is where we vote for, Republicans vote for their main primary candidate for the upcoming election, and Democrats do the same thing, all that good stuff. And we have in New York, we have Andrew Giuliani, Rob Astorino, and Harry Wilson, and Lee Zeldin as the four candidates who are on the ballot for the upcoming primaries. As you guys follow me with the CRA, Conservative Republican Alliance in New York, no, I supported my friend Derek Gibson. Shout out to Derek, by the way. He unfortunately was not able to make it onto the ballot. He wasn't able to get enough signatures, and it's just far too difficult for everyday Americans and citizens to really do that. That's why they kind of set it up that way, to be perfectly honest with you, and that's why we're working on it. And including myself, we're going to try to bring change for the upcoming elections for everyday American citizens to be able to get elected. So that's a longer story. But with that said, since he's not on the ballot, I know how politics works enough to know that if you're not on the ballot when it comes to voting, that pretty much you have a long shot. If 99.9999% chance that you're not going to win, because it's just you're not going to have your exposure out there to the public in terms of who can vote for you in the primaries and all that good stuff like that. So with that said, I still support my boy Derek, and I will support him in future elections. He knows that. I got his back all the way. But I am going to be voting for somebody for purposes of being on the ballot. I am going to be voting for Andrew Giuliani in the upcoming election. Shout out to Andrew Giuliani, real America First patriot. And you guys know I talk about America First a lot with the CRA and that kind of patriotism, and he represents that. And his father Rudy, I have the utmost respect for. I remember when I was a kid in 9/11 and how he united New Yorkers during that time frame. He was governing during that time frame. I was in Maryland still in high school, junior year of high school, and I remember watching him and seeing how he brought all these New Yorkers together from all different boroughs and spectrums and backgrounds and cultures and everything, and brought New York to get back together, which brought the United States together at that time. So I have utmost respect for the Giuliani name. And not only that, he took down the mob as well back in his time and really made New York safe for people like myself. I've been here for 10 years. And when I came to New York, it was pretty much, at the time, a pretty safe place to live. And a lot of that had to do with how Giuliani governed when he was in office. Back in those times I was talking about, the 90s and in the early 2000s. And so, with that said, his son, I met him. We had a couple conversations, as a matter of fact. And when I met him, I shook his hand. I said, "Hey, you want to do a quick interview? No questions asked." He said, "Of course." We did an interview right there on the spot. And I bring that up because that's important to me when it comes to politicians, because a lot of these politicians claim to be grassroots, claim to be America first about the American people. But when you meet them, they do that high horse, high mighty, get off, can't touch my throne kind of attitude. And Andrew Giuliani does not show that. I'll say it right now at all. He's America first. He's about the American people. He comes out to rallies, events, protest, and right beside us, man. And I give him credit for that, but not just that. His policies, a lot of them, are his policies that I agree with. And he's going to be tough on, crime in New York, like his father. He's going to stop this bail reform nonsense. He's going to stop all these mandates that are affecting New Yorkers. He's going to work on the economy here. He's going to, work on small business here. These are all things that I'm concerned about as a New Yorker. And he's, and his policies are going to cover all those plans. So he has my support fully. And the fact that he has a strong family name and his father supporting him and he has his back, and you see Rudy at all these events, I'm on board as well. So for those wondering, people reaching out to me lately, Chris, who you voting for? Chris, what's going on? Are you voting? Okay, yes, this is a situation. Derek's my boy. He's my good friend, still is. We always will be. He, I support him all the way up to the point where they had to get people on the ballot, and the 4 people that got on the ballot, we now know who they are. And out of the 4, Andrew Giuliani, I have his back. And I will be going to an event tonight, his election victory event he's having. Real confident patriot right there at the New York Young Republican Club, which I'm a member of. So I'll be going out there to check him out and talk with him. Hopefully, even get an interview maybe with, his father while I'm there. You know what I mean? A little brief with Rudy. I talked last thing, and when I talked to Rudy, I mentioned to him that what I told you earlier about the patriotism. I met him at the Republican National Convention, my first and only time meeting Rudy, and I told him that, and we shook hands and hugged, and he loved what I had to say, man. He's like, man, thank you for being honest like that. I said, no, I'm being real, man. You're one of the reasons why I decided to get into politics is because how you govern, and you showed me the importance of how, if you're governing properly, how it can really help out the public and the citizens of wherever you're governing. So, shout out to Rudy. Like always, may God bless everybody out there listening, and may God bless the United States of America. Peace out.